Oh, we are back, baby. We are back. What is up? I know it's been a fucking while since I didn't wait 10 seconds, whatever. I know it's been a while since we have spoke. I have been MIA, also known as Michelin in America. No, that's not what that means. But I have been gone. I've been not uploading, which is on me. You know, there's no excuse to that. I've been slacking. All right, I'm coming on here because I've been a lacking. I've been a slacking. I have not been macking, and I have been shacking, a fool, by not uploading. Where have I been? I know everyone's asking. I have been doing better in life is where I've been, right? I want to make this content thing a full-time thing eventually. That is the goal, but that comes with time. Meanwhile, you know, got bills to pay. So, been I've been employed gainfully, and things are going well. Things have gotten comfortable, and admittedly, I grew a little complacent. And was like, oh, I'm doing fine. No, I don't need to pursue that video thing for a little bit. I don't even think it was a conscious thought. It was more subconscious. Time kind of got away from me. And I realized, oh, wow, I haven't been doing that. I haven't been making the time to do it. But now I am. I am back. And I'm excited to be back. And, you know, there's going to be different things that I record. I like the car vlogs, big fan of the car rants, if you will, discussions, cruising with Christian, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, big fan of these. Gym content, probably more in short form style with that, just because the gym I go to, I don't know if filming is allowed, so yeah. So otherwise I would do long form stuff. Also, I'm just kind of embarrassed when I'm sitting there talking to a camera. Now, if I had like 1 million subscribers, I'd have no problem, because I'd be like, yeah, man, fuck you. I'm talking to 1 million people. Not that anybody would ever probably call me out. Again, insecurity in my head, but it is what it is. So, car talks, gym videos, funny stuff. I like to throw in some gaming videos. Those are a little harder to do, just because you got to sit down at the computer, record, edit, do all these things. There's just more steps in gaming videos. Keeping up with games that are trending, not really my thing. I just play what I'm liking. Big into Saints Row right now. I don't know why. One day I realized I had Saints Row 2 just sitting in my library. And I was like, you know what? I've never actually... I played the game like 20 years ago. 15, whatever, I don't know, and just like dicked around. I was at a friend's house and just ran around and shot people, you know, just done typical shoot 'em, running, gunning stuff. But I was like, you know, I've never played Saints Row. And I was like, it's in my library, might as well give it a shot. And I got hooked real quick. That game is fun. And apparently Saints Row 2 is a lot of people in the Saints Row community call Saints Row 2 the best installment in the series, which I can understand. It does definitely have the most, I don't know how to call it, authentic feel as far as what they're going for. Definitely not a GTA clone. I don't like that argument calling it a GTA clone. Call it it's I guess a gangster simulator, right? I don't know. It's really kind of its own thing, the way it plays. Jesus Christ, do not get in a wreck. What the fuck? The people behind me are nuts. They're knucking futs, dude. But yeah, hooked immediately. I can get why people like it a lot. It's got that vibe. It's really good. Saints Row 3 is also a lot of fun. Saints Row the 3rd, I guess is technically what it's called. Saints Row 4 is also good. But you can see the evolution of Saints Row. You know, it went from, you know, being accused of GTA clone, and then they were like, all right, we'll do our own thing, and kind of poke fun at themselves and everything else going on. So 3 gets a little wacky, but still within the realm of possibilities. And then 4 is just bonkers. It's just goofy. You got superpowers, you're fighting an alien, like it's just crazy shit, right? It's craziness. But it's still really fun. I'm not hating on it at all. I think it's great. And I'm still on the fence if I'm going to check out the Saints Row, the reboot, 2022 version. Very mixed reviews about it, so I don't know. But Saints Row games are great. They're really good. And if you've never played them, I highly recommend. If it's been a while since you checked them out, maybe reboot it up. And it's a good time. It's a hoot and a holler. It's a really fun game. In other news, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson had a fight. I just want to get this out of the way right off the rip. That fight was not rigged. The Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight was not rigged. Okay? Because I said so. No, but really, so many people are saying it was rigged. Look at him biting his glove, holding back because he knows he wants to just lay this kid out, but he can't because there's $20 million on the line. No, he's biting his glove because he's done that his whole career because he has a biting fixation. Remember when he fucking bit that dude's ear off? Yeah. So there goes that argument. Somebody said he whispered something when Jake grabbed him, told him to chill out, bro. When he was holding him, and Mike Tyson was like, yeah, dude, for sure. That's why he patted him on the back. No, he's probably just holding him, and he might have said something. He could have said, I love you, Tyson, you know? I think Jake Paul's annoying and obnoxious. Both of those brothers are. But I do give kudos to Jake. Now, there's the argument that Jake held back. He wasn't really fighting, which there's a little bit there to that. I think he realized it was not in his best interest to knock out an old man. One, because it would kind of fuck up the image of Mike Tyson, seeing him get knocked out. But also, like, out of respect for Mike, he even said it post-fight, like, huge respect to Mike. He's the icon, legend, right? One of the greatest to ever do it, if not the greatest, right? Boxing fans, don't come at me. Muhammad Ali, all that stuff. I know, I get it. I'm not super big into boxing. I like it. I just don't watch a lot of it or know much about it. Maybe that blows my argument completely out of the water, and so you don't listen to anything I say. But that fight was not rigged. There's no shot. What happened was a 58-year-old man with health issues, with a bum knee, hence the knee sleeve, and, you know, several blood transfusions during training camp, as he admitted himself, would up against a 27-year-old up-and-coming boxer, you know? Now, to the credit of the hate coming Jake's way, I think he needs to fight some real boxers. I think fighting MMA fighters, retired people, and a 58-year-old man, albeit it's Mike Tyson, it's still a 58-year-old man. He needs to fight some real boxers who are currently in the league doing good, and he needs to work his way up. He can't just account for his reputation to get him to the top and be, you know, and just kickstart his career. He needs to earn that shit, in my opinion. Is that what's going to happen? I don't know, right? He's going to do what's best for him. So, I don't know, right? Who knows what happens? But the fight was not rigged. And now, if you want to say a fight was rigged, and some bullshit going on, was that Serrano-Lindsay fight. Because not only was Lindsay being a dirty little Irish, easy there, Christian. That, I was going to use a bad word. but I decided against it. I don't want to. Nah, fuck it. Free speech. I don't really care if it's not my intent to offend people, but it's also up to you to be offended by a word. That's you giving that word power. So, there were several times throughout that fight that fiery Irish little cunt decided to headbutt. And, people were like, oh, I don't think it was intentional. Why did it happen so many times? Also, I just hate the fact that people grab. And she did that shit literally half the fight. You just grab her. Like, if you're tired and you're worried that you're going to get rocked, hey, man, you're in a boxing match. Get fucking rocked or put your hands up. But you being tired is on you. You should have had more conditioning. Don't fucking grab your opponent. That is the lamest shit I have ever seen. And definitely don't headbutt your opponent while you're doing it. That being said, I thought Serrano dominated that entire fight. I thought she was in control the whole time. From that knockback in the first round throughout, that was her fight. And somehow, unanimously, the judges give it to Lindsay. Excuse the fuck out of me. Is it just because she had blood on her eye and she's bleeding a lot? I mean, good God. And then that Barrios Ramos fight was a fantastic fight. First fight of the night, going all the way, end up in a tie. I think that was a good way to call it, because I didn't know which way to call it, because first half was all Barrios, second half was all Ramos. So it was hard to tell who won. And I think a tie, I didn't know you could tie in boxing, but I think that was an appropriate scoring of the match. But the Tyson-Paul fight was not rigged. I know everyone had their image in their head that Iron Mike Tyson was going to be in his prime. He was suited up. He was looking great in training camp. That's another argument. It's like, what about all the footage from training camp where he's so fast and he's got all this power, and then in the ring, look at him. He's barely punching. He's so slow, Again, that's probably just early training footage that they released. And when he started having health issues, they didn't release that footage because they didn't want people to see that and get low morale and not buy the fight. It's probably exactly what happened. It's probably all old footage. Because even Tyson walking up to the ring already had kind of a limp. Again, he's wearing the knee sleeves. Like, that's pretty obvious to me. The dude was not at 100%. So he was in great shape, looked great. Big ass back, nice cheeks. Way to go, Mike. That dude, yeah. But to call that fight rigged, it's just, I think people are just living in the glory days. And also, people don't like Jake Paul, understandably. Again, he's very obnoxious. Him and his brother both. They're not, seemingly outside looking in, not pleasant people to be around. Their whole personality is just to be annoying and get attention for the sake of attention, even if it's good or bad. Suicide Forest, Logan. So I understand why people wanted him to lose. I get it. I know why people wanted Mike to win. I also wanted Mike Tyson to win. But going into the fight, I was very well aware. I was like, hey, I want Tyson to win. But at the same time, Tyson is a 60-year-old man going against a 27-year-old kid who's probably at the peak of his fitness. So maybe not, because, he didn't always take working out so seriously. So he might not even be at his peak yet. Regardless, though, he's just more athletic because he's younger. Combat sports are a young man's game. That's how it works. So that's what I had to say about that. Fight wasn't rigged. Saints Row games are great. And I'm back. So, hell yeah, brother.